Hey everyone, Foxglove here, and welcome to a very different kind of video. I'm doing Honeybee's designing randomized OCs challenge with the Wings of Fire Dragons. I know they already did this. All credit to the idea goes to them. I will be using this space, which you can find at the end of the document, to copy and paste my results into. I will also be using this random number generator to do all the generating. It'll be linked at the document, which will be linked under this video. Now for the first dragon. So in this video, I will be doing 2 dragons. This is the first, and of course, as you can see, I got Nightwing, who is a purebred. I'm just gonna speed up the rest of this video a whole lot, and then we can go over the results at the end. Alright, so here are the results I got. Of course, like I said before, it's a Nightwing, a purebred. They are a hatchling, and I made them 2 years old. They are also a male. So he's friendly, he's blunt, he's clever, you know, pretty chill guy. He has tiger stripes, he is silk drapery, which later on in the video I made that like that optional because I just couldn't fit it into his design because it was already so busy. Yeah, he's going to be a farmer when he's older, but for now, you know, because he's a dragonette, he doesn't really do much. He has tattoos. Why? I don't know. Should probably fix that. He's a very touchy person. He likes hugs. And the biggest curveball of his design was that I rolled him as melanistic, which basically means he has very little light coloring in him. So in the wild, he'd be just pretty much straight up black, but because, you know, it's a design, I had to make him have a color and the pattern, because of course I rolled tiger stripes. I decided to name this little guy Blackout because, like I said before, in the wild, if he was actually like a fully melanistic dragon, he'd just be straight up black, like black. So I filled down his color a lot. I had to do a lot of experimenting because I haven't used Krita to draw in a very long time. I'm using Krita to draw him. Yeah, his design involved a whole lot more of experimenting and like looking things up and watching tutorials than the second ones, because I've been almost exclusively drawing on Procreate and Ibis Paint for the last 2 years, and I haven't really touched back on with drawing digitally. I did use a tablet, the Wacom tablet, not sponsored, but you know. So expanding on his personality a bit, which I rolled friendly, blunt, and clever. He's got a very dry sense of humor that he'll grow into, because of course right now he's a dragonette, but he's just like a witty guy. He makes some sly comments. He's not like malicious or anything. If he was in the series, he's 100% a minor character, like, I don't know, like Typhoon or something. He's nice, but like he's not like super nice like Sunny or anything. And of course, his design, I used, of course, the typical crescent-shaped, like, upwards curving moon horns that I do on my Nightwings, the bat-like wings that I really struggled to draw. I struggled to draw a lot in this, which you'll see more of later. I did the ringed bat-like ear things on his ears. I did the like smushed in muzzle of bats. I always thought Nightwings were like based off of bats, so I'd give them like design quirks based off of bats, and I only actually quite recently learned that they were meant to be based off of Komodo dragons, which was a surprise, because other than their like the whole like venom, well, not venom, like the bite toxin that they have. Other than that, you really can't see it. Oh, well, I mean, also like they're quite squat and weird looking in their base, but that's really it. I also attempted to make his stripes look like like crackles of lightning and lightning bolts, and like eyes a bit in some places. Cause, I mean, you know, he's a Nightwing, he can't be too untraumatized. Maybe I'll give him a backstory someday, but for now, he doesn't really have any. Alright, and just so this video doesn't get too long, I will be speeding up this part a whole lot more, just because I don't really have much else to say. I use this brush to try to give him some softer underscales, because, well, he's covered in black. Like, he's melanistic. There's not much else I could possibly do, because naturally he'd just be so dark. I also tried to use some shades of pink around, like, in his eyes, his ears, his, like, stars, and, of course, in his tattoos, in his 3 berry tattoos. What berry are they? That doesn't matter. They're just some berry. And I copy and pasted his text in there, and his name. Because, you know, this is a little ref for him. Now, just as a reminder, this is what we rolled for him. And this is the final drawing, the final reference of him. Now on to dragon number 2. Now this is like a whole lot of the same stuff. Basically just copy and pasting, you know, doing the numbers, generating them. So I'm gonna speed it up again. Now this lovely gal was a whole lot harder and a whole lot more interesting than the first one. So of course I got a silkwing, but I also got a hybrid. It's a silkwing rainwing hybrid. They are also both male, but he, unlike the other one, is a young adult. He is 9, so, you know, he's a lot older, so a lot less cute, a lot less of the pudgy, like, round features of the other one. He's mild-mannered, cowardly, and determined, which didn't really fit too well together, so I feel like he's more of a shy boy. He stands up for what he believes in, but there's not much that he believes in, so he doesn't really stand up for it that often. Now, probably the most interesting part is that he's going to be based off of what he was named after, and I decided to name him after a butterfly, because he's majority silkwing, and I picked swallowtail. So I got a bunch of references for different types of swallowtail butterflies, because I couldn't settle on just one to do, which I tried to incorporate all of them into him. He also has a whole lot more interesting things than the other guy does. He has rings on his finger. In this case, I only did one. He is a flame silk. He has vitiligo, which is basically when parts of like splotches of his scales are just less colored, they have less pigment in them. And he's also a criminal, so he's a Robin Hood kind of guy. Oh, and I forgot to mention, because he didn't have enough going for him already, I got him rolled as a flame silk. He doesn't have venom, like, he's a flame silk. Now onto the speed paint and this guy's actual design. He was very fun to design, but also very challenging. I had more of a grasp on the program because at this point I'd already done Blackout's rep, but like, he had a lot more different than him. He's a lot bigger. The pose was different, and so was his pattern. Like, in general, he had a whole lot going for him. Also, in general, I tend to struggle with drawing silkwings because of a whole lot of factors. One, their mouths, two, how, like, their body works. Like, they tend to be a lot more slender and stuff, so I ended up giving him more of a bigger body type because that's just easier. The wings, I only did one pair of, like, a silkwing-ish wing. And as you can see right now, I struggled with the tail. It took me a very, very long time. And then eventually I just gave up and did a little stump of the tail. So, yeah, he actually has a tail, but like, you know. I made this cute little graphic with Matt's son to basically show you, I didn't do too much here. But this speed paint file corrupted, which was so fun. I decided to give him a lot of yellow and purple purple being stand-in for black, because, you know, silkwings can have black, and I know rainwings can, but I didn't really feel like it. So I gave him a lot of yellow, because as you can see, pretty much the only common denominator between all of the different types of swallowtail butterflies, except for the zebra one, is that they're mostly yellow. And I did give him the vitiligo, some other splotches, some red, some blues, you know, incorporating a bunch of stuff. And so for a refresher, this is what we rolled, and this is what I drew. So I literally just gave up on the tail. His eyes can change color, and his ring is like a flame silk ring, like so you can see in the dark. It's really hard to like make him seem like a criminal, because that's what his job is, but I tried to make it so that he's not the type that you'd assume was a criminal, but he is.